Hi, welcome to Auntie Nat's Crochet. Thank you for choosing this tutorial video. Do check out my other videos too. If you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel. The subscribe button is on this corner of the video. And I have 100 over videos from crochet to amigurumi, clothes to toys, bags to hats, so do check it out. And today I'm gonna make another BTS BT21 member. I'm gonna make Tata. So Tata will be in red, mostly red and blue, and the yellow part is for the mouth. You need a little bit of a black for the mouth part, the lips part, and you also need safety eyes. And I'm going to use a 3mm hook. Okay, I'm gonna start by making the mouth or the lips. It's gonna be in yellow. So you start off by making a chain 5. This is just my habit of making a knot. So once you have a knot, you chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and after you chain 5, you go to the second stitch from the hook. This is the hook, this is the first stitch, this is the second stitch. Go to the second stitch and make a single crochet, and another single crochet in the next, and also the next. So you have single crochet, single crochet, single crochet. And by the time you reach here, you still have one more stitch left. This stitch I'm going to do increase. Increase means 2 single crochet into this stitch. And when you do increase in this last stitch here, make sure you do not put your hook like this, because you're going to take one strand. Put your hook at the bottom here so that you have 2 strands on top and 1 at the bottom. If not, after you make the increase and you turn, you're gonna get a big hole here. So I'm gonna do increase. This is 1, 2. So 2 single crochet into the same stitch, and by the time you did 2 single crochet, you will have turned your work. So be careful. This is the one that the last stitch. So now go to the next stitch and do 1 single crochet, and also on the next stitch, and the next. So here you have 3 single crochet, 1 increase in the corner here, and 3 single crochet here. So here I'm going to go back to the first one here and make a slip stitch. After I slip stitch, I'm gonna chain 1 and pull tight. I'm gonna make a small lips like this, and leave a long tail because you need to sew this onto the head, so the lips onto the head. So you make sure you have a long tail, and this part here I will tuck it in later when I sew. When you sew this to the head, you just tuck this in. And now I'm gonna make one line of kind of like a lips here. Just one row here like this. And here I'm gonna cut the yarn. I'm gonna tie a knot. You can leave all this inside here and you sew it onto the head. can hide all this here and you sew, so it will kind of plump up the lips and you do not need stuffing. Okay, so you set this aside. This is the lips and you set this aside. Okay, now we're going to do the head. It's in red, so you take a red yarn, you make a magic ring. So inside the magic ring you're going to do 6 single crochet, see, 6 single crochet, and you pull this tight. Now you go back to the first stitch and start to do increase. For beginners who do not know where is the first stitch, you count back from the hook here. Look at the V shape here. You count from the V shape here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the first V shape. Go to the first V shape and do increase. Increase means 2 single crochet into the same stitch. Before you proceed, don't forget to add a marker. I always add a marker at the starting point. You can either add on the starting point or you can add at the end of the row, but you have to remember which is which. I always add at the starting. See, so I'm doing increase in every single stitch. Means 2 single crochet in each stitch. I started with 6 stitches and now I'm doing increase, so which means this row I should have 12 stitches. Okay, after these 12 stitches I'm going to do increase again, a different increase. So row 3 I'm going to do a single crochet first. You do a single crochet at your marker as the first stitch and do increase. Increase means 2 single crochet into the same stitch. So you're going to do single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase. You repeat. You should have 6 sets of it, and by the time you come back here you should have 18 stitches. Okay, now row 4, another increase row. This time I'm going to do 2 single crochet, means sorry, it should be single crochet in the next 2, means 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, followed by increase. Increase means 2 single crochet into the same stitch. So you have 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, increase. So you repeat. You should have 6 sets of it, and by the time you come back here you should have 24 stitches. And now row 5, another row of increase. This time I'm going to do 3 single crochet, single crochet in the next 3, followed by an increase. So this is 1, 2, 3, increase. So you do 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, increase. So you should have 6 sets of it, and by the time you come back here you should have 30 stitches. Okay, you do 2 of it, you do 1 more. This one I just once you cut the yarn, you slip stitch to the next and you chain 1 and pull tight, you kind of make a knot. Then I just tie a knot, the tail here, together with the tail from the magic ring. So you make 2 of it exactly the same. And now this one, I'm gonna make it slightly larger. So this one, I'm going to do 1 more row of single crochet all around before I join it to this one. Don't forget to add your marker. And now you do single crochet all around. And this row you should have 30 stitches. Okay, now row 7. Row 7, I'm going to join these 2 together. I have 30 stitches here and 30 stitches here. I'm gonna put them together and make a slip stitch. Put them together, make a slip stitch, and you start to make single crochet all around. So here I have 30 stitches. By the time I come back here, I will have 30. So all in, I will have 60 stitches. And don't forget to add your marker. This is our new number 1, new first stitch. So this is row 7. You're gonna do until row 9, 3 rows of single crochet all around. So single crochet into here, you join here and single crochet, single crochet, single crochet. That's why you have 60, because you have 30 here and 30 here. So I'll come back to you once I'm at the end of row 9. Again, this is end of row 9, single crochet all around. So when you join 2 pieces together, you're bound to get a hole here in the middle like this. So normally I would use the tail of all this tail from all this, from the previous piece and also from the magic ring. Use the tail to kind of sew it together. You can make some crisscross here and there. And if this tail is not long enough, you can use another tail. Then you can just tie it together. So at least now it's not that obvious, but the hole is still kind of big. So I'm gonna use this tail. Just do some crisscross here and there to kind of hide it, because this one will be the top of the head. So better hide it properly, not to be very visible. Just check and see. You make sure it does not look like a long stitch. Make sure it looks like a crochet. Okay, it's not that bad now. There's some more tail here. Okay, since this tail is too short, I forgot to leave it longer. It's still okay. You can actually place your tapestry needle first to whichever part you want to poke in. Then you add your yarn. And you pull, and it will kind of cover up. Okay. It's not so visible now. I think you want to add 1 more or 2 more stitches here. If the tail is too short, you add the needle first, poke it to whichever part you think is likely to cover up the hole, and you pull the yarn over, and you just check and see. Okay, maybe I should do one more here. And later I'll tie these 3 tails together so that it won't come off. So you just check and see if it's okay here. So I'm gonna tie all these 3 tails here. And just leave it inside. So now you see, you can't see the tail anymore. So now we are going to go to row 10. Row 10 we're going to do a decrease. We're going to do 19 single crochet followed by a decrease. So if you are a beginner and you're not sure after the decrease where is the next stitch, it's best that you add your marker now when you can still see the V shape nicely. You can still see the V shape now. It's time to add your marker, especially for beginners. If you're not a beginner, you can just go ahead and do 13 stitches followed by a decrease, and you do 4 sets of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. After this 13, I'm going to do 2 together, which means I'm going to make these 2 into 1. And then the next stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you just add your marker this way. So you just make sure these 2 you're going to make it into a 2 together. If you can't remember, you can add one more stitch here, one more hook, one more marker here just to remind yourself this is 2 together, and this one you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So which means from here to here 13 single crochet, and then you're going to do a decrease. If you can remember, this is a decrease, these 2, and this one will be a single crochet. So it's best that you add a marker here too, because in case your eyes is not trained, once you pull these 2 to become a 2 together, you might not be sure whether the next stitch is here or here. Now you can see because the V shape is visible. Okay, so these last 2 will be a 2 together. So let me show you one set. What I mean by, especially those beginners who can't see where is the next stitch after a decrease. So now I should start with a 13 single crochet. So let me add a marker. And for beginners, if you're not sure where is the, because there's too many markers here, you add a double marker to remind yourself this is the first stitch. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. After 13, I'm going to make these 2 become 1. We're going to do an invisible 2 together, or you can just do whichever 2 together that you're comfortable with. So after these 2 together, sometimes beginners might get confused as to where is the next stitch. But since I have a marker here, very obvious is this V shape here. So once I remove my marker, I know this is the next stitch. So again, I'll do 13 stitches. Okay, after these 13 stitches, again we're going to do a 2 together or a decrease. I'll take the front loop and the front loop, I'll yarn over 2 and yarn over 2, and from here, since the marker is here, you won't get confused as to where is the next stitch. So you continue. There should be 4 sets of it all together, and you should have 56 stitches in this row. Okay, now row 11. Row 11, I'm going to do single crochet all around. Just one single crochet in every stitch for one row, and you should have 56 stitches in this row. Okay, now at row 12, I'm going to do 6 single crochet followed by a decrease, and then 6 single crochet. That is one set. So the next one is 6 single crochet, decrease, 6 single crochet. So all in, you should do 4 sets. So if you are a beginner, you can add your marker, and if you're not, you can just continue if you do not need marker. So I'm going to do 6 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After 6 single crochet, you do a 2 together, and again you do 6 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is one set. I'll show you again. Set 2. Again, you start with 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 2 together, or you can call it a decrease. After the decrease, again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll show you 2 sets. So by the time 2 sets, you should come back here. So then you do another 2 more sets, and by the time you come back here, you should have 52 stitches. Okay, next row, row 13, I'm going to do 11 single crochet followed by a decrease. That is one set. You should do 4 sets of it. So 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then you do a 2 together, and that is one set. So you do 4 sets, and by the time you come back here, you should have 48 stitches. So let me show you one set. So I have 11. After 11 single crochet, do a 2 together, and this is one set. So you continue, you do 4 sets all together. Okay, next row, row 14, I'm going to do 5 single crochet followed by a decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you do a decrease, and after this decrease you do 5 more single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is one set. So 5 decrease, 5 is one set. So by the time you come back here, you should have 4 sets of it, and you should have 44 stitches in this row. Okay, now I'm gonna go to row 15. Row 15, I'm going to do 9 single crochet followed by a decrease. 9 single crochet, 1 decrease, that is 1 set. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After the 9 increase, 9 single crochet, you do a decrease. And the next one, you're going to start with 9 single crochet, decrease, 9 single crochet, decrease. So all in, you're going to get 4 sets, and by the time you come back here, you should have 40 stitches. Okay, next row, I'm going to go to row 16. Row 16, I'm going to do 4 single crochet, followed by a decrease, and 4 single crochet, which makes 1 set. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. You do a decrease, and again 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1 set. So which means the second set you should start with 4 single crochet, decrease, 4 single crochet. So all in, you should have 4 sets, and by the time you come back here, you should have 36 stitches. Okay, now row 17. Row 17, I'm going to do 7 single crochet followed by a decrease, and that is considered 1 set. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and do a decrease. This is considered 1 set. So you do 4 sets, and by the time you come back here, you should have 32 stitches. Okay, now I'm going to go to row 18. Row 18, I'm going to do 3 single crochet followed by a decrease, and again 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, decrease, and again 1, 2, 3. So 3, decrease, 3. This is 1 set. So you should have 4 sets, and by the time you come back here, you should have 28 stitches. Okay, row 19. Row 19, I'm going to do 5 single crochet followed by a decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you do a decrease, and this makes 1 set. 5 single crochet, decrease, 1 set. So you make 4 sets, and by the time you come back here, you should have 24 stitches. Okay, I have 3 more rows left. So before I complete the last 3 rows, I'm going to sew the mouth, attach the eyes and the eyebrow first before I continue. So Tata does not have an ear, it's a heart-shaped head. So, and the tail here, all this tail from this from the start of this yellow yarn and this black yarn to make a line here, I'm not gonna cut it too short. I'm gonna hide it all inside here to kind of plump up the mouth. Since the mouth is so small, I don't think I would need stuffing. Just plump up the mouth with all this tail. So this is the 4th last row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this should be the bigger one. This should be the smaller one. There's one circle where we have 6 rows, and the other circle we have 5 rows. So the bigger one should be over this side. And since I have not add stuffing yet, I can just sew in just nicely. Okay, let me see. The mouth should be somewhere here so that the eyes can be here. And two eyes is here, the mouth should be here. Okay, let me make one stitch here first. Sorry for the distraction of all this tail, I hope you can see. Okay, so here you take a look, it's between these two humps, that's the mouth. So I'll make one stitch from here over to here to kind of hold it down first. Okay, and you take a look and see if this is the correct spot. Okay, this is the correct spot. Then you slowly stitch your way. Just follow this single crochet and stitch your way. Just go around it and make sure you hide all this inside here. Okay, and stitch one stitch on the head and one stitch on the mouth. You can just follow back here. Make sure you go through this, follow the line, and at the same time I'm gonna hide all this inside to plump up the mouth. So at least the mouth look a little bit plump up, the lips, and all this tail will not be visible. Make sure you hide all this black color. Since I have not added stuffing, you can just sew it freely here. Make sure you do not interfere with this line here because we're going to continue crochet later on. You just roughly make a few stitches and later on you can do one more round to secure it. Oops. If you see any holes here that you think you want to hide it, you can. This is the time to make some stitches to hide it. There. You push all this tail in. And the lips will look plump up. And you will not need stuffing because it's quite a small lips. So I'm not gonna add stuffing. Make sure you push all this tail inside. And take a look once in a while to see if it's if it's gone out of proportion, or is it straight? Because the mouth will determine where the eye is. Oh, make a few rows, a few rounds to have it nicely secure. Since I have a long tail, I can sew it a few more rounds. I'll come back to you. Let me go get some safety eyes and I'll come back to you. Okay, I've added the safety eyes. I have locked it. You just put right above the lips. This is the lips. Just put right up on top of it. And now we're gonna sew the eyebrow. So Tata does not have any ear and just a simple eyebrow, a short one. It should be somewhere here. If I put here, it'll be too close to the eyes, so here should be the right spot. So Tata's eyebrow is the easiest to do. I think it's thick enough. Anyway, this is a 5-ply yarn. You can just mesh it. Use your finger to like open it up, and the 5-ply will kind of pop up and look thicker. Okay, so this two tail here, I'm just gonna tie it and leave it inside. And now we continue with the last 3 rows. Okay, now before I start to do the last 3 rows, let me add some stuffing so that it go to the top here. Just plump up this area first, and later we'll add more when the hole gets smaller. If you put too much, then it's kind of difficult to crochet. It's kind of in a way. So just plump up this top part here. And it's now make it look more like a heart shape. Especially this 2 tip, because now our finger can go in, and later this hole becomes smaller and be more difficult. So I just plump up this 2 area here, and we'll continue with the next row. The next row is going to be row 20. Row 20, I'm going to do 2 single crochet followed by a decrease and a 2 single crochet. You do 1 at the marker first, 2, you do 2, and then you do a decrease, and again 2 single crochet, or you should call it single crochet in the next 2. So 2 decrease, 2, this is 1 set, and you do 4 sets of it, and by the time you come back here you should have 20 stitches. So let me show you one more time. It means we start with 2, then you do a decrease, and again 2 single crochet. Now row 21, I'm going to do 3 single crochet followed by a decrease. So you do 1 and let me add a marker. Two, three, followed by a decrease. So this is one set. You do 4 sets, and by the time you come back here, you should have 16 stitches. Okay, now the last row I'm going to do decrease all the way, 8 sets of decrease. Or you can call it 8 sets of 2 together. And just go to the front loop, go to the front loop, and that's it. So you should have 8 sets of it, and by the time you come back here, you should have 8 stitches. And up to you whether you want to seal the hole here later on, because anyway you're going to connect this to the body. So I'll come back to you once I have it plumb up nicely later on, and we'll start to do the leg and the body. Okay, I've plumbed it up nicely. So here you take a look. If you have holes here, you can actually use the tail to sew it around here. So now let's go on to the arm. I think before I do the arm, I'll do the button first. The Tata's clothes have some buttons. I make a few buttons. So up to you how many buttons you want to put on the clothes, the hand and the body. So you start off with a magic ring. And inside the magic ring, you do 6 single crochet. Some of it you can do 6, some of it you can do 4. But I think the buttons are all the same size, right? So better make all the same. If you're making 6, you make all 6. If you're making 4, then you make all 4, because the buttons are the same size. Okay, 6 single crochet, you pull tight, and that's it. You go to the next stitch, you slip stitch, slip stitch, chain 1, and then you pull tight, and make sure you leave a long tail of sewing so that you can sew it to the body later on. So you make a few of these. So if you do not like this button, if it's too big for you, you can make it smaller. So just now I did with 6 single crochet in the magic ring. You can do 4.